So welcome, and I would like to greet everyone, distinguished guests, colleagues, friends who are attending this conference, and I'm really sorry not to be there personally, but as I'm sitting on this session of the UNCRC committee, I have to send you an address, a message, and I'm delighted to do that. When we are talking about unaccompanied minors, we have to consider the fact that they are also children like any other child, so they should be entitled to all the rights the UN Convention on the Rights of the Child is guaranteeing for children. So therefore, I guess we should focus on the four basic principles of the Convention. First of all, on the right to survival and development. And I guess every child, regardless of their origin or background or circumstances, should be entitled to all possible protection and support to survive and develop properly. And therefore, I guess we need to support those children who are arriving to different countries due to the crisis in their own home. The other important element or the principle is the best interest principle in accordance with the Article 3 of the Convention on the Rights of the Child. And if we are looking at children who are unaccompanied, we also have to take into consideration their best interest and looking at all the possible ways we can ensure the best interest of those children who are coming from very, very troubled circumstances, and as they are not accompanied, so we also have to face the fact that they've either lost their parents or they are just trapped because there is no one else besides them. The third important element of the four principles in the non-discrimination, and if you are looking at children who are unaccompanied, they should be given a fair opportunity in a non-discriminative environment. I'm sorry. So we should give them a fair chance and in a non-discriminative way. And I know that it is much easier to say that than to accomplish, because the circumstances are sometimes really problematic and it is not easy to resolve. But if we are also taking into consideration the fourth element, the fourth principle, to respect the views of the child, then we have to listen to these children and ask them, how do they feel, what are their experiences, and how could we help them? If we are respecting their views, then they could tell us very clearly what they want, and even the most troubled child can express, if asked or made the request in an appropriate way, then they can tell you what are their immediate needs and what are their longer term needs, and we should listen to them and trying to help in whatever way we can. Also, we have to be aware of the fact that these children, if we want to help them with their proper development, they have evolving capacities. So perhaps for the time being, when they arrive in this crisis situation, they are having primarily concrete needs like food and good health care in the shelter and some safety to recover from the trauma they went through. But then, in accordance with their evolving capacities, they need education, play, free time, in everything what other kids, more fortunate kids, are getting from their parents, from their communities. So therefore, I would urge everyone to think over how hard it is for a child to be unaccompanied and being a stranger in a situation. Sometimes they don't even know where they are. They don't speak the language, they don't know the culture, they have no family or wider community around them. So we should help them and always bear in mind the Convention on the Rights of the Child and its guiding principles. I thank you for your attention, and I hope that you will have a very fruitful discussion and the outcomes will help all children who are in need of help.